I'm Uriah,
I'm Steven.
and today we will be doing our first podcast, which we haven't come up with a title yet for our podcast so far, but we will be talking about the first episode, Chapter 9 of The Mandalorian today, which just came out today. It's October 30th by the time we're recording this. I don't know when it'll be posted, but let's get into some of these details because I think we have a lot to talk about. So let's start out with Steven. Steven, you got something to say?
Well, just my general consensus of the episode, it was pretty good. It was 54 minutes, which is far longer than any other episode. And um, I can't say it felt like it dragged on too long. Maybe a bit could have been cut down, but overall, a very, very enjoyable episode and gave me a lot of Tremors vibes.
Let's start off with what happens in the beginning. So it opens with a recap. Did you watch the recap, Steven?
Of course I did. I mean, I did rewatch the series before I started, but
Yeah. Yeah, I only watched the first episode yesterday, so well, rewatched, I should say. But the recap was pretty good. I feel like it was a nice 4-minute trailer, I'd say. But then moving on, we kind of get led into this city that's like reminds me of like a Big Hero 6 vibes. You did you get that too?
not really. It was just kind of felt like a good Star Wars setting, though.
I guess. I haven't really seen graffiti in Star Wars though before. Uh but then we're led into like a Rocky Balboa
Yeah,
sequence. That was pretty interesting. The Gamorrean guards.
yeah, that was funny. I liked
I
watching the fight.
yeah, I didn't think they actually like could be a little fit, you know? I've only seen them in their fat form.
Oh, Kenny
But
Gamorrean.
yeah, yeah. And then he shoots off all the missiles out of his arm. He shoots a bunch of missiles out of his arm and kills a bunch of guards.
Yeah, good fight sequence.
Yeah, but then it's like I don't even know. It's like maybe 2 minutes of traveling. There's a lot of traveling in this episode.
Yeah, that's one thing they probably could have cut down on.
And after that, that brings us to the lady's house. What's her name? Do you remember her name?
Oh no, I have no idea. The no eyebrowed lady.
Does she not have any eyebrows?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't know. Just the lady that's really annoying. Like I really hate her character.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Agreed.
it's not. It's so far from what we think of as Star Wars. Like I don't even know what she's doing. You know.
She's kind of just runs that little, like, I guess garage is what it technically would be.
But I hate her character.
Okay, well that doesn't mean she's a good character.
I know it just stinks.
The droids, they
I
kind of
love the droids. I love the droids. They're great.
yeah, they kind of showed character development without allowing the droids to touch it. His ship,
Yeah.
kind of nice.
Yeah.
Call back to the
Yep.
last time in the gunslinger.
Mhm. And then it's like it goes all the way to the what was it? Most. It was what was it called, Steven?
Um,
It wasn't Mos Eisley. It was Most.
most egg something. But what I really liked about that place though
Yeah.
was they nailed the fact that yeah, the empire fell, but that doesn't mean it was all joy and roses. It stuff went bad. Like the empire gone, they immediately were overtaken.
Yeah.
Really like that.
Right. That was pretty interesting. I I really really did not like the way that guy looked, talked, or did anything. He that's the point when it became a real western when that guy came in.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
for, I forget his name. Do you remember his name?
No.
It was
We're so
Marshall. He was the Marshal.
yeah.
Um,
We'll just call him that.
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that armor.
Ooh, you mean the Boba Fett one?
Yeah.
So did you know that actually this was like mentioned before with like Jawas in one of the Aftermath books, which are canon books that came out a few years ago? It mentioned that a Mandalorian set of armor was in possession of Jawas. It never said it explicitly it was Boba Fett's, but that's the armor they were talking about. And
Wow.
so confirmed that that was Boba Fett's armor, which everyone thought. So
I
that's
mean, I remember talking to you a while ago, like about what had happened to Boba Fett or something. I forget what I said, but it was something similar to what happened in the episode.
mm.
I don't know if you remember that.
He probably just crawled out of the Sarlacc and ditched his armor because it was.
You think why would he ditch his armor though?
I don't know.
I think he I think to crawl out, he had to have as much like not any weight on him. Like
That
he
could have
had to
been.
get and then the Starlock just threw it up or something.
Yeah, because it was mentioned that like the armor had acid burns and stuff from in the book, which we don't
Yeah.
really. We just see some really beat up paint.
Well, there was some burns, I'd say.
Yeah, probably. I didn't.
And of course his clothes aren't there, like the gray jumpsuit he wears.
Well, yeah, but it's just because he dumped the armor, not the clothes. He's not gonna.
Okay.
You don't want to see
Yeah.
Boba Fett running around naked, do you?
No, but that's not necessarily what that means. I'm just saying, like you never filmed him coming out of the Sarlacc. But anyway, let's get back to the armor. It looked terrible on that guy.
Yeah, I think that's the point. Though it's
Right, it was the point. Like it didn't fit him.
that exactly. The whole
Um,
he's not a Mandalorian. This isn't. He's not supposed to be wearing this armor. I think with the fact that the problem with the armor looking on him again, the point was it was supposed to not look right. He's not wearing like actual like Mandalorian under armor. Like you can see like the tubes that lead to like the flamethrower on his arm.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
designed to look out of place, I guess.
yeah.
He's not having money to like put this together and look awesome. He's just trying to survive wearing this armor.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Is the Mandalorian? Is he an actual Mandalorian?
Yes, he was a foundling, he was found by the Mandalorians, and he became a Mandalorian. Because the Mandalorian is a culture; it's not a species.
Oh, it's not a
And
species.
no, anyone can become a Mandalorian. Any
Oh,
alien species. It's just the way of life.
let's talk about their speeders. The Marshall's speeder. I think if not, even if it wasn't, it might be hinting to that it looked like it was made from Anakin's pod racer, or at least the same model. It was like the same colors, and it looked like one of the engines that would go on it.
Actually, yeah, it kind of looks like huge engine is a salvage piece of uh something like his pod racer.
Yeah.
It's got a red paint to it,
No, it was more.
and
It's more of a clay, and that was on Anakin's the clay color.
I'm looking at the photo. I don't know what his. I'm gonna Google.
Okay.
No, there's no red on his on Anakin's.
I know, but there's clay color.
There's no red. Yeah, it's the goldish coloring
Yes.
on, but it's different. It's probably just not supposed to be Anakin specifically. I mean, who knows what happens to his? It probably just got turned into scrap metal.
I mean, you never
But-
know. I'm just saying it could have been. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, it looks like a salvage piece. Like he
Yeah.
strapped it on the pod racer engine.
And then I don't. Can you explain to me why the Mandalorian was actually looking for the armor in the first place?
He wasn't intentionally looking for the armor. He was looking for a Mandalorian, and the guy said that there was a Mandalorian there, which he was incorrect, just because there was a guy wearing Mandalorian armor.
And why was he looking for a Mandalorian?
So he could link up with them, so he could figure out where the Jedi are, so he can return them the child.
Oh, right, because all the other Mandalorians are dead, right?
No, a lot of them died that were with his clan,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
living on.
Yeah.
But there are other Mandalorians out
Right,
there.
right. So near the end of the episode, we get to the what is that called? What was the monster called? It was something dragon. It was a crack dragon, right?
Crack dragon.
Yeah. And
That was awesome.
that was seen. That was its first appearance was seen in episode 4. Its skeleton was on the sand when R2D2
that's
and C3PO.
Great dragon. Yeah.
Yeah,
Giant skeleton. That's iconic.
yeah. When they went by, so that was really cool to see in real life. It was way bigger than the skeleton made it look like, though.
It was cool how they mentioned it. It lived in like a Sarlacc pit, like an empty one, because it ate the Sarlacc.
Yeah, I didn't know like Sarlaccs could be in a pit that's on the side of something. I thought they could only be.
Yeah, I was thinking that like they eat like what falls.
Yeah.
Unless they kind of their tentacles are really long. Because
Yeah, I don't know, but that must have been a big Sarlacc.
yeah, even then the Great Pit of Cartoon, which is the one on Tatooine that we see in episode 6.
Yeah.
Kind of small. In The Force Unleashed, in the Empire actually built this base in the stomach of this giant Sarlacc pit,
Yeah.
and so that one was way bigger.
Yeah.
Also, I believe there's a Sarlacc pit in Felucia. I'm not sure where that's from.
Uh-huh.
I know but I know there
Yeah.
is one.
But I mean, I feel like the Crack Dragon could have
Great.
like I'm saying maybe the Sarlacc was on top of that mountain or something, and then the Crack Dragon came out underneath of it and ate it that way.
I mean, the Sarlacc pit kind of is just stuck. It can't really do anything to defend it. Dragon eating it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So basically they take some ammunition from their village, and they also team up with the Tusken Raiders. That was pretty cool. And then Mando comes flying out of the thing with all this slime on him, and then blows the thing up. I thought they were going to do that in the beginning when they first showed the what's it called, why am I always forgetting these names?
a bantha.
When they first showed the bantha, when it was on the site, you know, when they got everyone together and they put it on the site and it had all these bombs strapped to it. I thought they were gonna like bait the thing with it. It was gonna swallow it. Then they blow it up. I thought, and I was like, no. I was about to send you a text saying poor Bantha. But then they did it at the end. That was weird.
You know what's so sad though?
What's that?
When the one Tusken Raider stuck that one bantha to be eaten, and he ran away, but then the giant crate dragon ate him instead. The
Yeah,
bantha.
yeah. He ate the Tusken Raider instead of the Bantha.
It was so sad.
That stinks. When we get to the very end, the town's saved, and the Tusken Raiders are really nice. How about the time when the Tusken Raider dropped the bomb and the guy was like, "Hey, are you trying to kill us?" That was so funny. I was like anger management all over again. That was so funny. Funny part was he was actually trying to kill them.
Wait, was he trying to kill him?
Yeah, he was.
Is that your headcanon now?
Oh yeah, that's my theory.
There's a possibility.
Also, my theory is that was not Boba Fett at the end. It was actually Jango Fett.
Jango Fett
I'm
doesn't have.
joking. Wouldn't it be weird though if they tried to pull that garbage on us?
That's probably Boba Fett though. I wonder what what role he's gonna play.
Yeah, but it could be Boba or any other clone, but it's probably Boba.
Because he's way younger. And then the clones would have like white beards, kind of. Because that's what.
Yeah, and how do you shave?
It's not that hard to shave.
But he's been out in the desert.
How do you know that? He looks like he was just tracking the Mandalorian when he
No,
arrived.
it looks like he's been living in the same clothes for about years.
Yeah, he's probably been chilling on Tatooine.
Yeah. But that was really cool to see at the end. I was like, what?
Mhm.
I literally said, what? In my chair. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I peed my pants. It was so funny.
They have Ahsoka slated to make an appearance.
I know, I don't want that, but well.
There's also another Mandalorian from the Clone Wars, or actually originally from Rebels, then Clone Wars.
And then there's Anakin that's gonna come too.
I wish.
I hate sand.
I really want the Mandalorian to paint his armor.
Paint.
Because in his older armor, he had like a few pieces that were like red.
Oh yeah.
So I get it. He just hasn't had time to paint his armor.
Yeah.
But I want him to do that.
Yeah. He also had more browns, I feel like, last time too.
Yeah, he had some brown, I think.
But that was more Under Armour stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that was a pretty good episode overall, I had to say though.
Yeah.
A long one though. Long one.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, we want to thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode of our new podcast. If you have some suggestions for what it should be called, please leave it down in the comment section down below. Also, feel free to subscribe if you like the channel or what you hear in this content. And feel free to give a like if you actually liked it.